Every day, nearly 10,000 students walk the halls of Missoula's 4 high schools and 15 middle and elementary schools. As these buildings age and get heavy use, they need general upkeep such as roof repairs, window and flooring replacements, and heating system maintenance. In addition, wear and aging can cause safety concerns.
Hello, my name is Mary Wagner, Superintendent of Schools for Missoula County Public Schools. Our district is committed to the safety and maintenance of our buildings. Over the years, Missoula people have supported our commitment and gone to the polls to vote on the question of building reserve for safety repairs and maintenance. All those funds will have expired by June 30th, 1995, and our buildings are again in need of major work. What needs to be done? Come along on a tour with me.
In this school, we have about 80% of the halls are in carpet, very high traffic areas, which is very abusive to the carpet. The carpet that we have here is part of the original carpeting that was put in 1980. As we clean it, and we try to clean at least all areas at once a month with shampoo, the carpet will stretch and it has wrinkles. We're in the band room, and as you can see, there's a lot of wrinkles in it, a lot of stains that are not able to be taken out even with the strongest chemicals.
We didn't find one single bad one in all the boxes that we dropped.
We have roughly 60,000 square feet of hall carpet, and we spend a tremendous amount of time in maintenance, in cleaning it, shampooing, and I really strongly feel that the solution to this whole scenario is to replace it with tile. Making it scrubbable, hard surface. Tile will last probably at least 20 years. Our replacement cost on the carpet is about $12 a square yard to replace with tile. Pull up the carpet and replace it with tile. This is one of the chem labs. You can see that there's bubbles in the top of the lab itself. These appliances that the kids use for tests and so forth, it becomes an unsafe condition. The tabletop is actually just a coating of epoxy, and it was purchased that way through a vendor, and now the epoxy has been opened up to where moisture has gotten underneath it. It's a high-dense particle board underneath it as a filler, and consequently it will swell, causing really undesirable conditions. The replacement is either a solid piece of 1-inch epoxy material or slate tops, but it's a lot more expensive than what was put in as original construction. The skylights have been repaired at least 2 different times, and each time it's just been a band-aid to a bigger problem. And what this becomes is evident that that's leaking up there. It comes down, and every one of these that have leakage underneath that soffit stained tile is a result of leaking through the skylight. You know your water problem here, and you had your umbrella. Where's your umbrella at?
Umbrella.
This is his umbrella.
I made a tent last year, but I took it down. We took the lumber, but I had, you know.
It's not a trick.
When it rains.
It pours.
When it rains, yeah.
You'll notice down on the roof here, we've got a lot of alligatoring. A lot of the top coat is missing. It gets worse as you go out to the weather, where the weather hits it. We have 3 roofs that are in this kind of shape. They're starting to leak. We are patching roofs 8 to 10 times during a year. This is an example of the damage that has been done from leaking roofs. The major concern is the roof over the gym. If the gym floor gets damaged, that could be an expensive to replace, even in parts and pieces. This is an example of a hallway that when the lights go out at night or early morning, it's completely dark. There is no emergency lighting, and I would want you to notice that in most of our hallways there's no emergency signage, as in exits and where to go. This building does not meet fire code. The fire marshal has directed us to resolve the issues that we have in this building. The best way to do this is to run sprinkler systems through all the hallways. And in order to hide this sprinkler system, we'd like to drop our ceilings and lower our lighting. Drop ceilings would also hide the existing wiring that is in this building. We're running out of space to add more electricity, which the building definitely needs. It would also hide ductwork for air turnover and transfer. This is an example of the piping that's throughout the building. Most of it runs to heaters in each room. And you'll notice this piece of pipe is 2/3 cut off. It's clogged with rust. This end of the pipe is rusted through. This causes a lot of leaks in the building, causes a lot of internal damage. We're in the boiler room today, and we have new firing mechanisms in each boiler, which were installed this summer. The contractor still is not out of here yet, which explains the mess in this place. If you look to the top, there are 1, 2, 3, to the side there's a 4th valve to each boiler. These are header valves. They go to different zones in the building. These valves do not work. In order to fix anything out in the building, I have to shut down all the boilers. Everything goes down until that particular piece gets fixed. This is a condensate receiver. In a steam heating system, as the steam cools, it will condense and form water. The traps in the system return this water to this receiver. As you can see, we've got live steam coming out of this receiver, which is not supposed to happen. The traps are malfunctioning and are allowing this steam to escape through them into the receiver system.
We're located here in room 108 at the chemistry lab, and I want to take you in here and show you a emergency safety concern that we have here on our lab tables. We have what located here is our gas valves. They can be turned on and left on and forgotten about, and could cause a fire or an explosion area. I will take you over here and show you our shut-off valves, which is located under our tables, lab tables, and they're located back here underneath the table. In case of a fire or an explosion of some sort, you would have to get under there, turn it off. That would not be a good location for us to have. We also have another emergency valve located in the far corner of the classroom, and it would turn off all the valves located that are on top of our chemistry lab tables. If there was, again, a fire or an explosion in this area, it would be very difficult to get to because the doorway is about 50 feet away. We would like to have this gas valve located close to the door because it is a code by fire marshal and OSHA standards. This area right here, what I'd like to show you is a structural damaged area, a column that has been bent severely because of the wear of the bleachers of 38 years old. It's been used very hard through the years for all kinds of concerts and sporting activities. These bleachers are structurally are beyond the age of repair. There's no parts to be had for these bleachers. We're in the west wing of Sentinel High School, and the window section that you see here is deteriorated from putty being dried out and moisture combining in between the windows and causing the window to crack. We're located here in the back of the gymnasium. We call the back doors, the entrance to it, and almost any day or
or time that you would want to come here, you could open these doors, and if you see, they actually stay ajar, and if anybody gives it a good pop, they can pull them right open. So we don't have very good security on this end either.
The condition of the Stegner Field track behind Sentinel is a liability and safety concern for the district. It's used regularly by Sentinel and Hellgate varsity track teams, middle school track, and physical education classes. It's also the only track in Missoula open to the public.
So, do I cue?
As you have seen, our high schools are in need of many repairs to maintain the buildings and keep them safe. Our elementary and middle schools also need significant safety and maintenance work.
We're in again, another classroom in the basement at Franklin School. What we have here is the fan and heating room that heats the old part of the building. As mentioned before, this building was constructed in 1916. This is the original system, which has been in place since that time. One of the critical issues of this system is of course, its age, replacement parts, and efficiency. And so consequently, one of the issues in heating this building, its expanded use potential, and items like that make it very critical that we take a hard look at some point in time, replacing this antiquated heating system. We're here today to discuss the annex roof at Washington School. Many of the roofs, as with buildings, age and create a financial responsibility to deal with them in just a normal fashion. I believe this is one of those instances where the age of the roof has just outgrown its use, and so consequently, as witnessed on the inside of the building, you can easily see the tremendous maintenance problem that's created by an inadequate roof system.
In our elementary schools, new roofs, sewer hookups, disability access, and the safety of playground equipment are some of the immediate concerns. The projects you have seen are the most critical and require immediate attention. On April 4th, Missoula County Public Schools will ask voters to approve building reserve funds to take care of immediate maintenance and safety needs. We are working on a long-range plan to keep our schools well-maintained and safe. We believe, as the owner of a home does, that maintenance is an investment that saves money in the long run. Please remember to vote on the Building Reserve Fund. Polls will be open from noon to 8 p.m.